Welcome.
I'm going to add everyone again. Perfect. Perfect.
It wasn't me!
Yes, another successful. It wasn't as successful, but I think wasn't even trying that time. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to, well, we just added another something else, so we'll get to that in a second. But welcome to the 2020 virtual get-together State of Grievance Address. With us tonight, we've got Memo, we've got Liette, Lord Scythe, Kale, Lolane, Padraic, and I don't know why I'm labeled as Liette, but I'll go with it.
I was wondering that too.
I don't know. I forgot my own name. So, and Rylock's there talking about my hair. So I'm going to turn this over because this isn't my show. So who is going to take the lead on this?
Guess that'll be me. Hey, folks. We appreciate all the turnout for the virtual get-together today. We appreciate everybody that put in work for it, the people that streamed, the people that showed up for the games. There'll be an announcement from Liette about one more item being added to the schedule later. One of the things we wanted to do here, instead of clicking through an affiliate review like we usually do, we're going to skip quite a few things here, like the treasury report and stuff that nobody besides us wants to hear anyways. But we're going to talk to some guild leaders and have them recognize people in their guild, talk to some people just in guild period, or in the organization period, and have them recognize people that they think have stood out. We also have some community news that I think I'm going to hand off to Liette. Liette?
Yep, a few quick things before we kind of go around. If you go on the Grievance forums, we have had a big old facelift. We've had the new website up for a bit with the kind of rebranded colors. Now the forums are here to match. So if you get on the forums and you're still seeing black and red, you need to hit Control F5 and refresh those suckers, because guess what? We recolored. It looks beautiful. Huge, huge thanks to Cronin for helping get that set up, as well as Kujio and Rylock. Y'all are wonderful. It looks really nice. I'm super excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next up, charter members. Go look at your icon on the forums. You have also gotten a facelift. Woohoo! We've got our newsletter coming up here soon. So please be on the lookout for updates from that and requests for information from Nora. It's going to be really fun and a nice way to highlight cool things in the community. Our member rep, Talia, was here for the first half of 2019 and just wanted to give her a big shout out. We really appreciate you, ma'am. Talia's in ESO, always fun to play with, and you've had wonderful, wonderful contributions to the council, so thank you. Our next member rep is coming in from BDO, and they'll be starting on the 1st of July. Scythe, could you tell us a little about him?
That would be Papa Dog. He's slightly older than I am, and by slightly I mean a lot. He probably won't appreciate me saying that, but he is about 10 years older, so ish. He'll be coming in on the 1st, and he actually started playing Neverwinter with us. I think shortly after Memo left. So, and he came over to BDO when he started playing. Their guild they were in a guild that came over later after we had started, and he came in with some guys, and they started with a small guild, and when that wasn't going anywhere, they decided to come back over to Grievance.
Very cool. Well, we're excited to have him. Thank you very much.
All right. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm trolling for guild leaders over here in chat and not getting a big response. So I guess I'll go first. I am the guild leader of the WoW Classic Horde Guild. We're coming up on almost a year of being a guild. A little bit of history about that. We weren't really going to do a whole lot with Classic because we kind of felt like it was going to be a niche. People weren't going to be that into it. It was going to be more time than people could invest. I basically got involved with it because I wanted to make sure that the Grievance members had a place to come play. and I had a fantastic team at launch, and it just went bananas. We are currently running 2 raid teams that raid twice a week, 2 different raid instances. We have a raid called the Leftovers that raids on Mondays, and everybody that doesn't get into the normal raids runs in. We pull in pugs, recruit them if they're, if they're a good fit, and it just goes on and on. We have pretty much every night of the week we are doing something. So even if you haven't played but you've been looking for something to do, come down and join us. We can get you. We have tons of alts running everything under the sun. It's just non-stop motion with us. So I would like to recognize some of my folks. Like I said, I started out with a fantastic team of longtime Grievance members who have since been pulled away to other projects. Like to recognize my XO, Wabi-san, also a longtime Grievance member. He is kind of the backbone. I have my recruiting officer, unfortunately, who's doing an amazing job. Jessa had to step out for health reasons at this point. Get down to I have 2 separate raid leaders running the raids. I have Locus and Magendo, who are both doing an excellent job. If you want to raid, these are the guys to talk to. They will help you figure it out. Other longtime officers, I have Morty. Morty came on at launch with us, has helped and assisted and been raid leader at times, and is a great member of the guild that's constantly helping people. I have, oh gosh, now I'm running out of steam here with names. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Tamber. Tamber is our sacrificial person that dies when we go into a raid, because we know if he dies right off the bat, we're going to have a fantastic raid and lots of gear is going to drop. I'm trying to think if I've missed anybody else. If any of my people are listening, did I miss anybody, Bandit? I do not think I do, but we're having a great time. Got a brand new raid coming out here in the future, AQ, probably in the next couple weeks. Yeah, I mentioned Sandy. That's our nickname for Morty. I got great raid assistants in my raid. I know they have them in the raid I participate in. I know that both raids have those folks. Oh yeah, how could I forget Frost? This gentleman came on with us right after the beginning when the guild was going through a rough spot. He is a person that gives his all to the guild. He gets on in the morning, rounds up whoever needs to be run through stuff, and then makes it happen. He'll do what we call tribute runs, to where you get to this tribute box and then invite people to the group so they can loot the box. I can't believe I saved him for last. It's a best for last situation there. That's pretty much everybody with my guild. I'm sorry if I forgot anybody. I have a great group of members. We're just having a lot of fun. I don't see anybody else, so I'll pick Scythe as my next victim. Tell us about BDO and your people, Scythe.
Well, I have a great officer corps, and our game mechanics pretty much make everybody an officer in-game. I have several that are actual officers that have been doing a fantastic job. First, I'm going to give a shout-out to Red for stepping up and willing to become the next member rep. Let him jump into a bit outside of his comfort zone and help out with the organization, and he's actually thrilled to do so. Caesar, my XO, has been fantastic. He gets to play the early mornings, so when he's getting up, I am just going to bed. So it kind of works out quite well. And my warlord, Tig, without her, we wouldn't be doing war content. She's managed to keep the wars going, even though the game doesn't really fit a guild like ours. They're more designed for hardcore, but we still actually get to go in and have some fun. My other officers have been doing a great job. Emo recently came back to Grievance in BDO, and he's basically been helping with my recruiting, even though he's not the actual recruiting officer, as one of my recruiting officers moved to Japan, and then the other one got deployed. So other than that, I gotta thank all my members for sticking it out. through the tough times that our node wars have gone through. But hopefully the changes that are coming in the future will be more beneficial to a guild like ours.
Very good. I'm not getting any interaction here from the chat about anybody that they want us to talk about. So I can fill a minute here. I did forget to mention a longtime friend of mine, been through with many games with me, Bandit. You might know him as Bandit. What I call him Bandit Toad, but it's Bandit AOD. He streams a lot for us. He's one of the very active streamers. I streamed with him today, if anybody caught that. He helps and assists with raids and is always down to help anybody. If anybody has any questions about any obscure game, he basically plays everything. So he's a good person for information there. Okay, Liette looks busy. Pad, you always like to talk, right?
I love talking. It's my favorite thing to do. All right, fine. I'm gonna live in the past for a minute or two, so you guys will have to indulge me. But since I'm kind of homeless and have been for a couple of years since SWTOR shut down, I'll give my props to the officers and members who played in SWTOR with us, especially on the Republic side. But that includes the folks at the Imperial side at the end, who came to our server and merged with us into kind of one super both faction guild, and we all got to play together at the end before we shut the guild down, which was a lot of fun. I see Kale nodding his head. Kale joined us in Star Wars. He was a task leader in SWTOR. Drebin was the XO for as long as I was guild leader. Sumption, although he goes by Britain now, was the raid leader for as long as I was guild leader. Flesh was the recruiting officer. Yanario was too. For a short time. Angdeath was a task leader. Fritz was a task leader. And it's not just about living in the past with these guys. So many of them are still involved with Grievance today in some capacity, which is one of the greatest things about this organization. As I mentioned, Britain leads the WoW Alliance Guild now and does a fantastic job, and I think Kale's an officer over there with him now. Drebin still hangs around. Flesh mines the embassy. I see other members who joined us in SWTOR who are still playing games. I saw Big Scary Bear in chat before. He joined us in SWTOR. Plenty of other people. So even though my guild, which we shut down, I think back in 2016, almost 4 years ago, we still have people kicking around the organization playing different games with Grievance. And that's just so cool, and something you don't get in a lot of places. So to everyone who played SWTOR in the past with us, thank you for sticking around. I'm really glad all of you are still here.
Thank you, Pad. I have finally gotten someone to respond in chat. It's Alice from Final Fantasy, and he's done a wonderful job taking over that guild. He would like to recognize both Filzy, the previous guild leader and a longtime member of the guild, Overkill Red for their work as the former leader and XO earlier in the year. Also wants to recognize Fox K and Caitlin, who are his raid officer and recruiting officer, as well as Bakashi Arakawana. I'm terrible with names. Who's the event coordinator. Oh, and I also see Big Scary Bear is mentioning you recruited him in SWTOR, so you're responsible for Big Scary Bear, and now he's my problem. I see how that works.
You're welcome.
Bear is also a great guy and classic, always willing to step in, tank, heal, do whatever for anybody. And sometimes he plays a hunter. Memo himself. Gotcha. Kai recognized a few folks. I'm trying to keep up with chat, folks. Okay, well, Shiv. Did we really even need to recognize Shiv again? Shiv is a rock star, but I'm happy to do it. He is a great guy. Been a long time person that I have personally gone to with issues and problems, as is Kai with Guild. I think that's all I saw there from Kai, but
one more.
Who was the other one?
Shout out Nora too.
Yep, and Yum, the returning raid leader.
Yum is back. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Yum. And Nora, your interview was also very, very good today. Thank you for doing that.
All right, you ready for me?
Yeah, I called on you, and then Pad got the hot seat, so you're up now.
It's all right. I have a really long list of people, so just buckle up. So first off, I just want to really thank all of our guild leaders. You guys work hard with your officer corps to keep us running and make this place the wonderful organization that it is. And we really can't thank you enough for you and your team. So that's several of you in here, Lillian and Scythe, Memo, Kai and Britton, Alice and Static. Y'all are wonderful. Thank you. And I know you tell your people that, but I know you guys really deserve to hear it too, and you don't hear it enough. So thank you guys, truly. Wanted to give a shout out to our streamers and our girl Punky, who gets them organized so beautifully as our COG director. Our streamers, Mass Curse, Bandit, Lex, Stompsy, Schmo, Rylock, Acha. It's wonderful to see highlights from the community and you guys out here showing off our games and what you guys do. It's always fun. Thank you. Special thanks for everybody who has participated and done something for the virtual get-together. I'm going to list you, so brace yourselves. Fox K, thank you for the really good VGT graphic that I absolutely did not make. Thank you. We have used it for our hold screen, and it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you. To our interviewees today, Nora, you're wonderful, ma'am. I know you and I were both kind of nervous because you were first up, but you were perfect. Thank you for putting up with my curtain falling on me. Shiv, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you for hopping in. Arch, you're so fun. Oh my god, that was great. Sorry about Pineapple. Mass Curse, it was really nice to get to know you a little better and hear about Pathfinder and photography. That was fun. Thank you. Khan, thank you for being super informative and talking to us about rig building. That was awesome. Huge thank you to everybody who put together events today. Alice, thank you for running D&D. I believe that's still going, so way to go there. Jack Ray and Nilatech, thank you so much for providing the server for Minecraft. And Barry and Nyonya, thank you for an amazing maze and what has been a huge hit all day. Pat and Rylock, thank you for hopping in as Stadler and Waldorf. Y'all are hilarious, and I'm super excited for the cast after this. And the biggest thank you really is here to Wendell. I could not have done this today without you, sir, and I so truly appreciate you. I know you have just been working since we started, and with very short breaks. You are wonderful and organized, and couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much.
No problem, although I think that's one of the first times I've ever been called organized.
Well, fair enough. All right, we've been rambling for nearly a half hour here, and we have some hilarity coming up next. So don't miss me and Wendell and Pad and Rylock reading the virtual get-together text story. Oh, God.
Actually, I'm going to interrupt you real quick because Rylock does bring out a point here, and a lot of this has come
Agreed.
down to Liette putting in a ton of work behind the scenes to get today basically going. So while obviously volume won't work, I do want to, round of applause. Thank you, Liette, for keeping the train on the tracks.
She's the one that wrangles all of us and gets us to do what we're supposed to.
Well,
I apologize for being one of the ones you have to poke, prod, and wrangle the most, because I know I've got to be.
It's a pleasure, and I love seeing this community get together however we can. And I really, really appreciate everyone who's come out and participated today. It's been awesome. I hope we can do this again. I hope we do this again when we have regular get-together, so that everybody who might not make it physically can still be with their friends and family in Grievance. So thank you all.
Yes, let's go for a 2021 physical get-together, hopefully next year. All right, so does that wrap this up?
I think so.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate it.
All right.
Later.
We will be back here in a few minutes with the reading of the story. Bye, guys.
Thank you.